Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, I wouldn't constantly be trying to improve the equipment, the set, the look, the sound, and everything of the show because you guys make me want to be a better YouTuber. So, one question for you guys. I'm using actually a Rhodes microphone, which is kind of like a shotgun microphone that I'll be using when I go to training camp. Hopefully, sitting down and having some interviews with you guys, so that way we don't have to be clipped onto the mic and stuff. I'm still waiting for some of the other parts and stuff to come in from Amazon to get the whole setup together, but I'm working on getting that together for training camp. So let me know how the sound quality is, if it's good, it's bad, it needs to be louder, or whatever. So this is part of the another part of my man cave that used to be covered up by an exercise machine that has been down here for years collecting dust. But it's no longer down here, and so now we've got another spot with a different look. I've got to work on the lighting and things, but we'll get there. And as far as this guy right here, it's actually Joe Boo's dumber cousin. That's right, it's his stunt double, an Eagle fan. Yeah, there's a couple of videos out there where he's in from way back in the day. If you remember the commercials, don't be that guy. Well, we have Cowboy Joe Boo, and then we had Eagle Joe Boo. Don't be Eagle Joe Boo. I may go ahead and re-air that video just so you guys will see what I'm talking about. But Sunday morning, got my coffee. It's got a really busy day. You guys know I am constantly on the go and always have stuff to do. I've got to finish that door for the 1820s house, and I also have to make some hidden doors for work that we have to install tomorrow. So I'm going to be working on that. And since I'm so busy, I'm going to be making some Dimitri Moore stew. And I'll have that video up with the recipe on it so that way if you guys want to make some of that. And it's probably, I thought about this stew for a while before when he was playing really well in OTAs and stuff. And then it was like, damn, dude got suspended, and I'm sitting there trying to make stew for him. But in fact, it may be the perfect time to make Dimitri Moore stew because then he can stew about that 2 game suspension. So we'll do that later on today too. So I'll get that started. And the great thing is, it'll be cooking for about 8 to 10 hours, and I can do all my stuff. And when I'm done, that stew will be ready. So as far as Jordan Lewis goes, he left practice injured. It's a hamstring. The severity of it we don't know at this time. Whenever we get any reports, we'll bring that up on that. So hopefully it's not serious. Hopefully it's just a little tweak where he'll miss some time. Unfortunately, because he didn't start training camp where they kind of slowly brought everybody in up to speed, he came in and ended up joining everybody who is going full speed, and you can put a little bit more strain on there because you can't go from 0 to 100 miles an hour just like that. You're going to have some wear and tear. Now, the great thing that I'm hearing, and I want to thank Michael, my son, because he brought this to my attention. I wanted to do a video on it last night, had some problems with the computer and things. But this is actually something we need and something that's great. Sean Lee was quoted talking about the way he approaches football. He says that every decision he makes, he thinks about the team in his life. So before he'd go out and party or do anything, how will this affect what I do on the field as well as my teammates? That's what you want. You want the 53 guys that are on that team that are going to be on that field to feel and understand that same thing. If I do something negative and it hurts the team, then I can't be doing that because it's bigger than just me. We're guys that are trying to have the same goal. Super Bowl. That's where we want to be come February. And what I do is going to affect everybody else. And that seems to be the thing that has been missing to me most with our team is the leadership role. The guys that take Zeke Elliott and say, hey, Zeke, dude, we love what you do on the field. You are our best buddy. But you got to understand this. What you do is messing with my livelihood. What you do is messing with my team chemistry. Because if you're suspended, hey, dude, we're shorthanded. We might lose a game that we need to get to where we want to go. I can't afford that. I don't know how many years I have left in this game. I don't know how many opportunities we have like we have right now. So you, my friend, have to get your shit together. That's what we need. We need our coaching staff to be leaders in that too. To let the players know, hey, this is unacceptable. You're going to do that, you won't be part of this team. Because it is a team. It's not about you. Check yourself at the door. You are now part of the collective of the Dallas Cowboys with a goal. We're going to live, breathe, work, and die together as a team. It's not about you going out having your personal accolades, being a showboat. It's about being focused on winning. Plain and simple. And if you don't have that, chances are you're not going to succeed. So shout out to Jason Witten, because he's on the same page, and Sean Lee. And I'm hoping that they are grabbing the bull by the horns. And I'm hoping that Jason Garrett, behind the scenes, is doing the same thing. We have too many players. And I know Nolan Carroll came from elsewhere. I know Dimitri Moore, this was before he became a Cowboy and everything else. But we have too many players that are in positions to work and help this team. For whatever reason, they didn't quite get it. And we need everybody to get it from this moment on. Because you're not getting any breaks from the rest of the NFL. It's you against the world. So as always, friends. Oh, I want to address one other thing too. I'm assuming that this is just a troll and I shouldn't feed the trolls. But there's somebody on here who keeps commenting that I'm a racist and this channel should be shut down. I almost find that funny. You have to understand that when I went to elementary school, I was first class integrated. You have to understand that when I was born, a black person and a white person couldn't marry each other. I have been called nigger. In fact, if I had $1 for every time I was called nigger, we would have the John Madden bus as the Jobu Mobile Man Cave. I've been discriminated against in employment. I've had people look at me with a cross-eyed. You know, you'd get in an elevator and the person would clutch their purse because they don't know who you are. I have faced discrimination in my life. I know there's certain places that I better not be seen at. I've been pulled over by the police and asked, what are you doing in this neighborhood? I live here. Those are realities of things that I have faced in my life. And it's sad that at 50, after going through all of those things, that we still have to talk about race. I myself don't judge anybody by color. I judge people by their character and what's inside. I know some fantastic black people, and I know some black people that aren't worth shit. I know some fantastic white people, and I know some white people that aren't worth shit. You can't put everybody in a category and say, this is that group of people. It doesn't work that way. Everybody's an individual. Some good, some bad, some in the middle. And that's the way I approach people. I dare say that Joe Boo has actually been a great way to meet people that normally you wouldn't. I got to tell you a story here. There's a friend of mine, Brian Gessler, and if you see a picture of Brian, he's got the long beard, and I got to say, Brian looks like a redneck. Brian was the guy who he became friends on Facebook. I was flying through to California to visit my daughter, and I had a layover in Dallas for 4 hours. He said, "Man, I got to meet Joe Boo and get a picture of him." He came to the airport. We went to the stadium, did the tour. He had brought barbecue and everything else. This is the off season. There's nothing going on there, but we tailgated in front of AT&T. Now, remember when I first met him, I sent a picture to my wife of Brian, and I said, "If you never hear from me again, this is the last person I was with." Because you look at Brian, Brian's like, "Whoa," but Brian was one of the nicest people that you'd ever meet. He, in fact, introduced me to Benet Emery's show, to Benet, and Benet took a chance on me and made me the sports host, which is part of the reason why I'm here today. So when somebody says that I'm a racist, sorry, I'm as far from it as possible. I'm trying to educate other people that we're all just people. We're all Americans. So, buddy, if you believe that I'm a racist and you really just don't know the show, you really just don't know me, and you may just be a troll looking for attention. And I know I shouldn't address trolls, but that just is what it is. But anyway, I've got some Dimitri Moore stew to do, and I've got some doors to build, so I'm going to get to it. And hope you guys like the different view. We're going to go back to the sports desk later on today for any other updates. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you soon.